Peace and love, everybody. Just wanted to come and do a video really quickly. And first of all, I hope everybody's doing well, that you're having an amazing day, and that, everything is beautiful in your world. So, what I wanted to speak on is simply be your own light. And what I mean by that is there are so many people that are searching for the approval of folks outside of themselves. You're waiting for people to applaud you, to, recognize you when you do amazing things. Like you're seeking people outside of yourself to basically give you the okay, or give you the approval that you're doing okay. And when you do that, what you do is take your peace, take your power, and you place it in the hands of someone else. So stop seeking approval outside of you. You need no approval outside of yourself. Most of us will take the time and energy and place it into worrying more about what someone else thinks about us versus placing that same energy and effort into, figuring out how we feel about ourselves. If I asked you right now, say, a married wife or husband, if I asked you things about your husband, you would probably be able to tell me, a number of things about him. If I asked you things about your wife, you would probably be able to tell me a number of things about her. But I notice all the time with my clients and just in having general conversation with people, whenever I ask them questions about themselves, they stutter. They have to think about the answer. So that tells me that you really don't have time to be worrying about what someone else thinks about you. You need to dedicate that time to getting to know yourself and seeing what it is that you feel about you and how you feel about you. When you make up in your mind that you are amazing, that you are magic, that you're all that, pardon my language, but that simply put, you're the shit. When you make up in your mind that that is who you are, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying be conceited and think that, you're above anyone else. But if you don't think highly of yourself, why should I? Why would I? Because when you think low of yourself, you carry that vibration with you wherever you go, and your energy enters a space before you even get there. So if you think low of yourself, that's the energy that you're going to put out, and that's the energy that you're going to attract. Hence the women, and don't get upset with me, I'm just speaking truth. The women and the men that are always saying that, I can't find a good woman, I can't find a good man. Well, you have to first heal things that, within yourself that are broken, so that you can stop attracting brokenness into your life. Because you are going to radiate a certain type of energy, and that's what you're going to bring back to you. So I'm going to go back to my main point before I get off topic, and that is just simply be your own light. You don't have to seek other people's approval to say you're good enough. You are good enough. And everyone has their own distinctive journey and purpose for being here. So you need to figure out what that is. And then when you do it to the best of your ability. Focus on that niche and just being the absolute best that you can in what it is that you're doing. Excuse me. We all have our ground zero. We all have to start somewhere. And a lot of us are afraid to start because we're afraid of people seeing our starting point. I was huge for that. I didn't want anyone to see where I was until I was already there. No one can heal from that. No one can gain anything from that, from seeing you already at your finish line. People want to see your journey. How did you get there? That's where the true healing and the lesson and all of the learning lessons come in, is people being able to take that journey with you and seeing how you got there, not just seeing that you're there. So I say that to say, just simply be your own light. There's some of you today that are hiding in your shadows, hiding in your own shadows, hiding in your darkness, because you're waiting for, someone, I'll just use my own situation, for example. You're waiting for a mother or a father or a daughter or brother or sister to apologize for the wrongs, make right the wrongs that they did to you. You can't understand why they did the things they did to you, so you're stuck on that. When you allow yourself to stay in that mode of why, trying to figure someone else out, How many of you struggle to figure your own self out from day to day? So you're never going to figure out why someone else did something. You have to get to a place where you make peace with the fact that you may never get the answer to why. You may never get the apology. And simply put, you may never be able to mend that broken relationship because you cannot do their part. You can only do yours. So stop seeking the answers. Stop seeking, the whys, or, trying to force it to work. Whatever it is that you're trying to do on behalf of someone else, stop it. Just right now, to make peace with yourself, accept that it just simply may never be. And if you do get the apology, if you do get the answers to why someday, that's amazing. But for right now, so that you have peace and you're not driving yourself crazy, just say, I simply accept that it may never be, and make peace with yourself. Instead of focusing on wondering why they did what they did, look within yourself and said, okay, they did this to me. This is how it made me feel. And this is what I'm going to do so that I can get past it. Not telling people just ignore what you've gone through and just get over it, just forget about it. I'm not saying that at all, because I think that is the problem in a lot of our communities and with a lot of people. They try to get over things when you simply cannot. All you do is suppress it, and it's going to rise again at some point. So I like to say to myself and to my clients, whenever a thought arises, especially a negative one, I acknowledge that it's there, because we have to first acknowledge that it's there and not try to ignore it, and I will simply say, like, I acknowledge that you're here, but you're not welcome to stay. And I have to mentally visualize myself removing that thought from me. So that's something that I had to do to get past a lot of the hurt and the pain and different things that I was dealing with. So I'm going to say to you as well, don't ignore it. Don't act like it never happened. Accept that it did, but don't allow it to continue to control your life, because living in your past and constantly reliving the situation, I was terrible with that. Constantly reliving the situation over and over again is only going to hold you stagnant. It's never going to allow you to use that situation to be a healing point for you and for others, because as you're healing yourself, when you put yourself in a position to use your situation to heal others, now you're healing a multitude of people, because you're healing you and you're healing someone else. And in healing that someone else, they're going to then heal someone else. And it goes on and on and on. But you can never start that process if you stay stuck with the whys and how, and they never said, I'm sorry. You got to let that go. You got to let that go. So again, my main point for today is simply be your own light. Don't seek anyone or anything outside of you to give you the fulfillment that you should be giving yourself. All right. So everyone, have an amazing day. I hope this has blessed someone, helped someone in some way. And, just be your own light. Peace.